Hello, everybody. Welcome. You're listening to Philly Radio's Culturally Lit on Humka FM and online at Culturally Lit. We are live online and about to go live in Ghana. And we have some very important special guests with us this evening. Go ahead, DJ Saki. You're a little frozen. We have had some internet issues, so bear with us. We are in the middle of the show. There we go. Okay, so how are you, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing very well. We're about to go live on the radio. We're having some internet issues, so we are going to continue. And
later.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right.
So let's start.
Okay. Are we on live on Ahamka?
Yeah, we are live on Ahamka.
We're live. Okay. So what happened here? The internet freezes sometimes, and then I don't get the feedback. So we are live. This is Aleida Castillo. You're listening to Culturally Lit Africa, and I am in New York. And DJ Saki, where are you now?
I'm at Elmina, number 1 Avenue.
You sound so excited.
Really?
Yes. You sound really happy to be in Elmina. So I am so happy today to thank you again for welcoming for another week. I have a special guest with us. I know that people on the state side will be very excited to share this video later on. I have a couple of people who are very interested in hearing what we have to say today, because we are going to talk about some very important things happening in Cape Coast, and that will interest also New Yorkers. But our special guest, Nana, you're going to have to say your entire name for us.
Well, thank you very much, Aleida Castillo.
Yes.
And listeners from across the globe, those in the Elmina Cape Coast area, and then those in Mount Vernon, New York, and all across New York. My name is Nana Obokese Ampah, and I'm happy to be here with you tonight. Mm-hmm. Let me say a big thank you for doing what we're doing for our people. I've been following Culturally Lit, and I think it's a very important platform. It connects our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to the motherland, and kudos, keep it up.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We've been at this for a while, right? This is now in the last couple of years, since the year of return, it has become very popular, right, to visit Ghana. But you you've been traveling to the US for a long time, and I've been traveling to Ghana for a long time. So I'm glad now that people are considering it a popular thing.
Yes, not too long ago, it was kind of, when you were in New York and you want to come back home, everybody will ask you, "Are you really sure you're going back to Ghana?" But, but, but now, if it's now, it's the story has changed.
Yes.
If you're not coming, people will rather ask you, "So when are you going?"
Yes.
So let me use the opportunity to say a big thank you to the trailblazers, people like Rabbi Cohen Halevi, who
Yes.
moved from Mount Vernon, New York to Ghana some 27, 28 years ago, and has been a blessing to Ghana and to Africa. All this, years, he's been spearheading what is now mainly the African
Okay. We're uh frozen with the internet right now. Okay, so you are live listening to Culturally Lit Africa, and we're having a little technical difficulty and frozen. There has been poor internet connection today, and let's see if we can get them back on. This is Nana Obokese Ampah, who is coming to you from the studio, and he wants to talk to us today about all the projects that are coming to to Ghana, and particularly Cape Coast. The Wakanda city, or the city of return, was an idea that was born out of the Year of Return initiative, and he is part of the leadership team who is making that happen. Here we go. We're back on. We're having internet issues, and that happens. And welcome to the world of um, the technology. So, can you hear me okay, Nana?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
Aleda, I can hear you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. We hear you very clear.
yes, so
So, yes.
right before the internet started to mess up, I was giving a shout out to my mentor and teacher, Rabbi Cohen Halevi, and all these wonderful people who have been a blessing to my life all these years. You know, being in New York, in Ghana, wherever we've been, it's been a
Yes.
blessing. I've had the
Yes.
opportunity to learn from people like that. So thank you to Rabbi, thank you to all the family in New York.
Thank you. I wanted to start out by uh, introducing to the people what does it mean to be a nana. You're not always a nana, right? And forgive me if I sound foreign,
Now,
but
uh,
Of course, it sounds foreign. It is Nana, not Nana.
I know. You know what? And I hablo español, so en español es nana.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So can you tell us what does it mean to be a nana?
well, Nana means a chief
Okay.
or a ruler. And
Mm-hmm.
before we had the invasion of the Europeans, we had developed a very beautiful system of governance,
Mm-hmm.
democratic, well structured,
Mm-hmm.
and with the ranks, everything, checks
Mm-hmm.
and balances was in
Yes.
place. So, when they came, they tried to, you know, dismantle all the institutions that keeps us together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very happy and proud to say that one of the only surviving institutions today is the chieftaincy system.
Mm-hmm.
And every community has a chief, and
Okay.
there's a hierarchy. For example, I'm a divisional chief at Asebu, and
Okay.
we have the paramount chief. Then comes
Mm-hmm.
the divisional chief.
Mm-hmm.
and then we have sub chiefs.
Okay.
So as a divisional chief, I have chiefs under me.
Okay.
Yes. So everywhere we have an Asebu township, I am the
Mm-hmm.
Apajahin for
Mm-hmm.
that township. So it's like
Okay.
the entirety, the kingdom itself. I'm the Apajahin for the entire kingdom. So I'm
Okay.
the Apaja division. I'm the chief for that division.
Okay.
So we have
So
different divisions.
if I were to explain it and say in Mount Vernon terms, where you know well, we are in Westchester County, and we have different towns, and each
Yes,
town has its mayor or leader, and then you have Westchester County, which is over all the towns. The executive, uh, um, the county executive. That's in the modern
yes,
city terms. I understand that it's
yes,
not the
yes.
same
So
responsibilities.
in effect, my role as the Apajahin for the Asebu state is more or less like being the person in charge of the state apparatus for,
Hmm.
let's say, New York State or the
Yes.
state of Connecticut or something like that. Yes.
Okay. And so, what superpowers do you now have?
Well, I actually wish I do have superpowers, but I don't have that, and
What?
we have a rather a super attitude to serve. So
Okay.
we get up all day to serve the people.
Mm-hmm.
One of the key roles we do is to mediate in issues arising in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this on daily basis. We travel around.
Mm-hmm.
It could be family, it could be land, it could be
Mm.
anything. Yes. So we do that almost on daily basis. And people will come to you, people who have even financial needs,
Mm.
people who need money to pay their kids' school fees, they can just walk to your house and just tell you, Nana, I need to go to school and my mother, there's some money.
Mm-hmm. So
Or
when you are going to different towns and functioning as a mediator, the people will accept your word as a last word if you say this has to be a certain way.
exactly so. Let me give you an example. In Ghana, we have the central government system as like the government you have in the US. It
Mm-hmm.
runs parallel with the chieftaincy system. The government, the central government, basically runs the country, as
Mm-hmm.
in they have the presidency, they have the ministries,
Mm-hmm.
but the chiefs also owns the land.
Mm.
The government doesn't
Okay.
own land. We own the land.
Okay.
And then we are with the community.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, when there are issues that the government cannot solve, they trust the chiefs to be able to solve it. Because
Okay.
we are not seen as politicians, we are seen as a neutral people, and our power, so to speak, are more or less like akin to spiritual powers.
Mm-hmm.
We are not
Okay.
voted into office for terms, it's a lifetime term.
A
So,
lifetime appointment, or
yes,
is it?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And what do you have to do to become a nana? What makes you worthy of that position or title?
First of all, you have to be of a royal lineage.
Okay.
First of all, your blood has to be blue. And
Okay.
number two, you have to be able to exhibit.
Okay. Here we go. We're having internet difficulties. This is not the day to be having this. Um, I wanted to run through what it means to be a nana and what it means to be a chief, as they own land in Ghana, and decide to have interest in investing in
You
Ghana
cannot.
and purchasing land. There we go. We're back on. I was saying that the reason why I'm asking these questions is that people understand what it means to be a chief in Ghana, and why, um, and how land works, especially when it comes to foreigners investing and purchasing. So, but you were saying you have to be of royal lineage in order to qualify first for this position.
Exactly. You have
Okay.
to come from the
Royal
royal
family.
family, number one. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, you have to exhibit good moral character. You
Okay.
have to be unblemished in character.
Mm-hmm.
And number
Mm-hmm.
three, you have to be economically stable. You
Okay.
cannot be a chief who is broke.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work like that.
I understand.
And number four, you know, you have to show that you have the community at heart. So,
Yes.
for example, there may be like 2 or 3 people qualified to ascend the throne or to become the chief.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and DJ Saki will be from the same family, will equal qualify to be the chief. They will go into all these factors that I mentioned. They will ask among me and DJ Saki who is more morally upright, who is more economically sound, who has shown over the course of time to be more sensitive to the community, who has bring more opportunities to the people. So all this will come to play, and then you'll be elected. The one who merits will be elected to be the chief.
And um, it works like references here in the US. So people in the community are able to give references to your character and to how much you've given to the community. Yes?
Exactly. And even now, education, as in Western education, also plays a role. They will look at who has a degree or who has a high school, or now all these things come to play because of the kind of world we're living in today.
Okay. And so now you said you were over the Asebu area, and is this where you have the university that you have founded? Is this where the land where it will be
Yes,
developed? Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
I understand
Let me
this is the area where all the most of the African Americans are coming to build. Yes.
exactly. Let me use this opportunity to say a big thank you
Yes.
to my king, as some people will say here, my paramount chief, Okotechi Professor Amefi the seventh. Yes, he came up with this wonderful project that we call the Asebu Pan African Village, and it's in response to the Year of 10, when His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana, came up with a Year of 10, that's 2019, to celebrate the resilience of the African nature, the African people.
Mm-hmm.
The Asebu Terrestrial Council, led by His Royal Majesty King Okotechi, decided that our people were taken from land. So if we are returning, or if they are returning, they must return to land. So King Okotechi donated 5,000 acres of land for all people of African descent who will like to consider to move back home. And it's been a huge success in terms of the buzz that's created both on social media and on the grounds. And it's busy. People have been signing up for their land. People are building. Asebu is gradually becoming a place of, you know, like a mecca for the brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Asebu is positioning to becoming their home. It's a home, it's a place welcoming everyone who is
Of African descent. And
Yes.
is this are people coming and building and moving permanently, or are
Exactly
they?
so.
Yeah.
People are moving permanently, others are building to do Airbnb and stuff like that. People are building
Okay.
holiday homes. So it's really working. And also, it's the same place that we are building the Obokese University of Excellence, also
Mm-hmm.
as a Year of Return Legacy project. I would also like to thank Kinokatechi for his magnanimity for donating 103 acres of land for this wonderful project, which has
So
started in earnest.
you had someone donate 100 acres of land for the project of the university, and the university is in the same area.
Exactly so. You're right. I had the king, Okatechi, donate 103 acres of land, and we're doing well. We've signed a couple of MOUs with
Mm-hmm.
some colleges in the US, and
Mm-hmm.
locally we've signed with the Cape Coast University, and we are getting very close to signing a similar MOU with the University of Cape Coast as a mentoring institution. So we are doing very well.
Okay. Let me come inside. In case
Yes.
someone is doing the lesson or watching us right now, and I want to ask Nana, what is the process if someone wants to own this land or own a land at a sale? What is the process? The process involved.
Well, first of all, you can go online
Mm-hmm.
asebuman.com.
Mm.
As it's like Asebu ASEBU MAN,
Okay.
all put together. It's asebuman.com. And at asebuman.com, everything is clearly laid out.
Okay.
You see the procedure, how you get to own a land in Asebu. So it's clear. Or you can go to Asebu and we have our secretariat.
Okay.
You go and then you get to sign up, and then you get your piece of land, you get your indenture, what you call in America deed,
Mm.
and no problem, you can start to build.
Okay.
Yes, as easy as that, very simple. And also,
This
let me
la-
say
this
that
land this land is free. If there's still some available, it would be free, and they would just pay for the registration.
yes, there's still land available.
Mm.
So if we are in New York, if we are in Connecticut, LA, anywhere you're listening to a leader, if we are
Yes.
listening to the Cultural Lit Africa show,
Mm-hmm.
there's a wonderful opportunity to grab your piece of land for free in Africa. This is what Cultural Lit brings to you, free stuff.
That's
Okay.
right.
So
You can
I
you
want
can
to know,
reach us here. Go ahead, DJ.
is this land for only people from US?
No, it's for people of African descent.
Okay.
Now, when you come to Asebu, you see people from Jamaica,
Mm.
Belize, Barbados, Bahamas,
Mm.
everywhere. Uh, Africans from Canada, from Europe, anywhere. If the first qualification is you have to be someone of an African descent
Okay.
who is in Europe or in the diaspora as a direct result of the transatlantic slave trade.
Mm.
That's the first qualification. Second, you have to be able to show, prove to us
Mm.
that you are able and willing to respect the African culture.
Okay.
These
Mm.
two things are very key. And then number three,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be someone with clean record. We're trying to get the best of our people back home.
Mm. No,
We
not
don't, we,
ex-convict.
no, we don't want to create another Sierra Leone or Liberia here in Ghana.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So is this process, will people come to you for this process, or you have people in place that handles um The basically the application
that
for land.
I serve as the chief executive officer for this project. But we have people like we have a COO, chief operating officer, who works directly with the people, who interfaces with them, and his name is Obed Akokwansa.
Okay.
So when you reach out, when you go to our office at Asebu, you have our staff attend to you beautifully with no glitches whatsoever.
Okay. I understand that there's also the Wakanda project is the first ever in the world Wakanda city to be built in Cape Coast. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Thank you very much. This is a program, or this is something that is very dear to my heart. We've worked tirelessly for it, and I thanks to the spirit of our African ancestors and the creator of the universe. We have moved forward, and we've chalked some very good successes. I can tell you with pride that yet humility that we've been able to raise a chunk of the money needed to build this futuristic city that we hope will be
Wow.
a model for African governments. Uh,
Wow.
Somewhere August 2020,
Mm-hmm.
I visited with Her Excellency Ambassador Arikana Chambarikau at a mansion, what we call the African House in
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a serious conversation about what she had originally planned to do when she was the AU ambassador to the US between 2016 and 2019. Her Excellency planned to build Wakanda cities across Africa. And along the line, her appointment was terminated. So that dream was kind of put on hold
Mm-hmm.
for a while, but it didn't die. In August 2019, 2020, and I invited her to come home, that we are ready to receive them. Let's do this Wakanda thing. We had a very good conversation, and we agreed to start this project. Right then and then, we placed a few calls to some very key people, Hollywood actors, Hollywood stars. I remember we spoke to Ralph Henderson, the CEO of Ebony Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us his support, his blessings. And then we did speak with Jimon Hansu of Gladiators fame.
Mm-hmm.
We had conversations with Eddie Murphy, a couple of them, and they all gave
Did you
their,
say Eddie
you know,
Murphy? A couple of them? A couple
support. They
of
show
Eddie
support
Murphys or just
to
one?
work with us.
You said Eddie Murphy.
Eddie
A
Murphy, the
couple of
comedian, right?
yeah, I
Yes,
know. there's
yes. We
only
reach
one,
out to all
right?
of them.
Yes.
Yes, we reached out to all of them, and then Eddie, I think he was coming out with coming to America too.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we had a good, chat, and the idea was for us to get started. So when I got back home, I worked the Ghana aspect. We have up to date signed the necessary MOUs. We have signed an MOU with the Civil Treasury Council, which I'm a member, to
Mm-hmm.
get 5,000 acres of land to start this
Mm-hmm.
project. We have also signed an MOU with the Chufuhiman Treasury Council. We've gotten 30,000 acres of land that we will use to build a theme park, what we call the Wakanda World, like the way we have Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Something good is going to happen to Ghana, to Cape Coast, to the central region. So everything is in place. We have all we need to succeed. And the phase one of the Wakanda city is going marvelously well. The phase one involves capacity building.
Mm-hmm.
So we are working with some key institutions in Cape Coast Metro or Cape Coast, Greater Cape Coast area to see how the diaspora can impact them. The idea or the vision behind this is that Africa has his best talents, arguably, in the diaspora. There are more Ghanaian doctors in the US than in Ghana. There are more
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian doctors in the US than in Nigeria. There are more Ghanaian engineers in the US than in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then this,
you want to attract your talent to come back
Yeah.
and
yes,
live in a model city.
yes. And just I'm just talking about Ghanaians, Nigerians here, but talk about the African Americans,
Mm-hmm.
their economy. The African American economy is the eighth biggest economy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. And this is our key thinking. So if we are able to attract them to come home to build this city, we'll be showcasing to the world that when we are able to put ourselves together, we can solve our own problems as a people. So the Wakanda City of Return stands to make a strong statement to the outside world that Africa is ready to run its own affairs. We want to show to the world that the Berlin Conference has failed. It has not been able to divide Africa forever. We are at the point that we want to come together to build our own place and then to solve our own problems and then to showcase our contributions towards global civilization over the years and then to showcase to the world how the new Africa is going to look like. We're taking the cue and inspiration from the Wakanda Black Panther movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get this into life.
Mm-hmm. So when does the building start construction
Well,
for the city?
we're now doing a lot of feasibility, and in August we have what we call the IT team, the intervention team. We are expecting like 40 people, engineers, doctors, professionals
Mm-hmm.
from the diaspora, hosting them, and the final feasibility
We are live
now
and
we
having.
have
Okay.
the necessary paperwork in place. We have
Mm-hmm.
raised the monies. We are doing the drawings, the architectural work, the engineering work. And I'm very proud to say that the Cape Coast and University, the only engineering university in the region, has its students working with the engineers from the diaspora to do
Mm.
these drawings for this new model city. So
Wow.
this is amazing. This is going to impact every aspect of our society here in the central region or Cape Coast, too, so to speak.
Do you have any hesitation that, in other words, I know that every project doesn't necessarily always come to fruition, especially when you're partnering across countries. Um, do you have any hesitations or doubts that this will actually come to pass? Or have you all done all the homework and raised so much money so that that it's organized well? Do you feel that it's been organized well?
Well, apart from money, which is very important,
Hmm.
we also have the land, we have the people, we have the human resource,
Hmm.
and we have the enthusiasm, we have the right energy, the right spirit. And there's an adage, an African adage that says, nothing can stop an idea that his time has come.
Right.
So
The time has
it is
come.
it is time to build our own city. It is time to sing our own song, and we'll sing our own song. Nothing is stopping us.
Hmm. So I understand that for listeners in the diaspora, still not only have an opportunity to own land, in this Asebu area, but also people have an opportunity to invest in the Wakanda city and your university as well. Is that correct?
Before I even answer that, Christian Canahan just posted a
Mm-hmm.
question. And with your
Yes,
permission, I would like to attempt to answer that.
sure.
Yeah,
We would get
Christian
into that,
asks
but thank you.
if there are women chiefs, and
Yes.
the answer is yes, a capital yes. We call them queen mothers. Every chief has a queen mother or like a counterpart female. So Apajahin has Apajahima, and
So, Pipman, is it a wife to the chief or is it a different thing
no,
altogether?
no, no, it's not a wife. It's
Okay.
not a wife to the chief.
Okay.
It's not a wife to the chief. Maybe when you become a chief, you can make your
I know
wife.
about that, but I just want them.
It's not a wife. This is it's a patrilineal stuff. Matrilineal, sorry.
Okay.
Our account system is matrilineal. So
The main reason I'm asking, I know definitely when you have president, the wife becomes a vice president.
who? In which country?
I'm coming. And the first lady. Sorry, the first lady. The first lady. So that's the main reason why. Is that in which country? Right? It makes sense. No country does this.
Yeah,
That is why I asked that.
in Saki country, in Saki nation, he is the president and the wife is the vice president.
Yes.
Yes, in Saki nation, DJ Saki is the president.
The wife is the
the wife
first
is
lady. I mean the first
vice
lady,
president.
not the vice president.
So, hey, thanks, brother Nation Halevi. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, what's happening here is that every chief has a queen mother, and a queen mother is a chief, but we glorify it with a fancy name as a queen mother. A queen mother is a chief. They play the same role that the chief will play. So the answer is yes. And Aleda, can you repeat your question? I'm sorry about that.
Yes. I don't remember now, but now that we're in the Queen Mother, and
Sorry
she's
about
also a chief, do you have different areas that you're over and responsible for, or do you both are in the same area?
In the same area, it's a man-woman stuff. Like
Okay.
if right now, I'm a Apajahin. I have Apajahima who works with me, on the same itinerary.
Okay.
So in the same area,
So when you're called for mediation, you both go?
most parts,
Most. Okay.
or I am supposed to, or we are supposed to, but unless maybe in modern times, maybe work scheduling stuff like that will impede, then one would do. But we work hand in hand.
Okay. And are there times where perhaps the male chief says, that's okay, this one is for the men to handle?
Well, our society is structured in a way that it's a little bit different from the Western society. So if you look at it with Western lenses, you will be understanding it better. There are roles for women and there are roles for men. For example, we don't expect the women to go hunting.
Okay.
Likewise, men are not really expected to be in the kitchen when we go from hunting and we bring the meat. So it's a well-structured, a very well-advanced, sophisticated system that we run here as a people.
What if she wanted to go hunting? Do you say no?
In modern times, things are different. And later, anytime you are in town when you want to go hunting, I'm sure that's what will allow you.
She's trying to change the tradition.
Wait, are you saying I would be allowed to? Are you kidding me?
because because normally, uh, women are not expected to wear their Wellington boots and get their flashlight in the night
And
to
they're
go to
Yes.
right.
the wild
Mm.
with their guns and all that to bring meat. You
Yes.
know, that's for
Uh,
the guys.
yes. I know that is not expected to, but I'm not a queen mother, but if the queen mother says I want to go hunting and I want to go bring a deer home tonight because you're tired,
Then we wish
gee,
her good luck.
Go be with her.
okay, well, as long
May
as I
may the
hear she's
ancestors make that journey smooth for her.
So from what Nana is saying, she's not going to survive at all.
okay, so this is so amazing. I think Nana, I think you should come and join us at least once a month so that we can continue educating the diaspora on the culture and what to expect as they grow, and as we come back and grow the community, which in Cape Coast, in a Cebu area, which seems to be the hottest region right now for people to invest in and come to. Um, the question that I had for you before was that people not only have access to having free land, there's also land for purchase in case you desire a different area, and it's very affordable. But also, can you tell people how they can invest in the Wakanda project and also the university?
Well, thank you very much. Uh, with the Wakanda project, if you want to invest in it, you can always write to us.
Hmm.
Uh, if you listen to me right now, you can approach the host, Eleda, and then you get the necessary address, and we'll look forward to receiving that letter. Write just expression of interest
Hmm.
and spell out exactly what you want to do with us. We are very
Okay.
open to
Okay.
partnerships. We cannot do this alone. This is for Africa. It's for
Hmm.
us by us. So, everyone is allowed to, Adam McCrae, greetings to you. I'm proud of you. You have 2 plots of land in Asebu. You're looking forward to build soon. Excellent. This is what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Yes. So, so people can write a letter of interest. We will be publishing this information, and you will obviously come back on the show again, and we'll continue to talk about if you have any interest in land or building or partnering, or you're an educator and or in the education business and wish to engage. How should someone reach you, or what should they do if they're interested in the university?
Yes,
Same way.
same way. And let me say something about the university. We just started, we put our opportunity for people to buy shares in the
Okay.
university, and it's gaining amazing reviews.
Okay.
There's an opportunity to be part of history, to own part of this historic enterprise. This is the only university that's it's in Africa that's going to be African centered.
Hmm.
So let me say a little bit about the Obokese University of Excellence.
What's the name again?
Obokese University of
Okay.
Excellence. Uh, we, the founders or the developers, we believe that when the colonizers came to town, they came with 3 objectives. Number 1 was to physically occupy our land. Number 2 was to build institutions that will make the occupation beneficial to them. Everything they did, every institution they built was to serve their own interests, not to serve us. And number 3 was to be able to perpetually benefit from the first 2 arrangements. In March 6, 1957, Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah led Ghana to get our independence. the independence took care of only the first objective. That's the physical occupation of the land. The independence resulted in the colonizer physically leaving Ghana. But
That
the
allowed
institutions,
for us to have the land. It allowed for Africans to
yes,
have their land back.
yes. But the
Okay.
institutions they built is still intact. We didn't do much with it. The education system they left for us, the churches, the court system. Today, when you go to Cape Coast High Court tomorrow, you will see our lawyers wearing the wig like they are in
In
England or
England.
something. Yes, it's a shame.
Yes.
So the Obokese University of Excellence is going to put our culture right in the middle of education. So the African value system is going to form the basis of our education, of our curriculum. When I say African-centered education, we put Africa at the center of our education. What we've had over the years is European-centered. It's not African-centered.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we have a country as old as Ghana, and we are struggling with basic stuff. Because the education system we have not been able to produce the right African in mind
Mm-hmm.
or in mindset. We've had people being produced as leaders who are not truly Africans and who don't really care about Africa. So if we're a country, we're producing people who are not, produced as people from that same country, then there's a problem. There's something missing.
But
Because
I think there has been, and not to interrupt you, but there has been as of recently a worldwide awakening of that fact that it's that not just Africa and not just Africans, but that understanding when we operate as European centered versus African centered. I mean, we don't have enough education or African centered education. Even in the US, we don't have enough African American history education. So we lack in that history.
yes, and it's even worse because as Africans or as the mother continent, we are supposed to take the lead. We are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be the example. If you are an African American and you come to Ghana, you should get fulfillment when you see African centeredness at play. It will make you feel like you are back home.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come and you still see our lawyers wearing the wigs, then there's a problem. If you come and you see people trying to be Europeans in their own continent, then there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So Obokese University of Excellence is trying to be the very first university, the Afrocentric university, the university that puts Africa, at the core of its culture, at the core of its subculture, at the core of its curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our shares out. You have the opportunity to be part of this. It's only $3 per share, and people are allowed to buy a minimum of 100 shares.
Okay.
If you reach out to a leader,
Yes.
they will help you navigate the system. It's an amazing project. You will be helping Mother Africa train its people the right way, and then in itself is a business.
Mm-hmm.
Education is huge. If you want to invest in education in Ghana, there's a huge opportunity for you.
Big business, big business,
Yes.
big business.
So it's not like you are making a donation. You are buying shares like you buy for Google or for Best Buy or for Walmart. By this time, you are buying something that will help your own people. So reach out to Elida Castillo, the host of Cultural Lit Africa, and then you will get assistance.
I'm gonna have to hire you to do my commercials.
Thank you.
So so when someone, so it's $3 a share for the university. There's a minimum of 100 shares, and how do I see a return? And when do you expect to start the building? Have you started already?
Well, we uh, we have the architectural plan and
Drawings?
everything. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
almost finalized. And the reason why we floating this shares is to enable us build because we have the land in place, we have the right human resource, we have
Mm-hmm.
the best of the best, scholars from the
Mm-hmm.
African diaspora. People like Tony Browder,
Mm-hmm.
Chike Ekua, uh, Ambassador Arikana. They are all part of this enterprise, and these are people who are going to teach. It's a serious project. Rabbi
Okay.
Cohen, they are all on the board, and we are not even playing. So
Mm-hmm.
we are looking to start building from September, and we're working every day towards this goal.
So you will um, open this university, have a Pan African University, African Center University. People from the US can come and enroll in this university and receive credits here in the US.
Yes,
Um,
what we're doing is right now, as I speak to you, we have an MOU to that very effect with the Florida Memorial University.
okay, I know that.
Yes,
Yeah, I know that place.
yes. And we also have one with the Cheney University in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and then also with the almost about to be signed with the Arizona State University.
Okay.
So, like you said, when all is set, our credits here will be transferable. It will be translated into your program wherever you find yourself in the U.S.
Okay. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about. By the way, DJ Saki, I know you're listening. If you wanted to announce the phone lines or anybody has any questions, do you wish to do that now so that we don't wait to the last minute?
Okay, so we have 9 minutes to sign off.
Yes.
Sign out. Let me announce the following. If you, in case you want to contribute to the show, this is the Cultural Elite Africa Radio Show live on the Homeka 99.5. The number for you to call is 0243 137 753. 0243 137 753. In case you have any question or you want to contribute to the show, the phone line is being activated right now. 0243 137 753. You can go
Okay.
ahead whilst we wait for the
Thank
callers.
you. Thank you. So the Asable project, the university, and the Wakanda City of Return. This is the same team working together to make all this happen, or
I, I would say almost. We have the Ubuntu system at play. I am because we are.
okay.
So it's the African way of doing things.
Hmm.
In our traditional settings, we have what we call Ndabwa. Ndabwa means we take, let's say, 1 week. On Monday, me and DJ Saki will come to Elida's farm.
Mm,
We'll work for her for free.
okay.
All she will do is to make some fufu for us or some banku or gari.
Mm,
And Wednesday, we'll go to DJ Saki's farm. Elida will come with me.
mm,
We'll work, we'll be the laborers. We'll work all day.
mm.
And
Hmm.
Friday,
You come
they'll,
to your phone.
they'll come to Obokese's farm.
Hmm.
So this is the way we used to live. And
Hmm.
this is who we are. So, like you rightly said, it's almost like the same people doing different stuff, but we all doing it at the same time.
Yes.
Yes. We're
The
using
U.S.
Ubuntu.
The U.S. understands the system that I go work in your farm and then you forget to come to work in mine.
No,
So,
that's not the case here.
so, so how can you speak to the level of trust? Sometimes people hesitate to invest in a another country, especially although we have had great success that we're hearing of people coming to Ghana, but you know, to that person that may not have that trust because we have that experience that I will work on that farm and they don't come back and work on mine. How can I ensure that this system will continue by going all the way across to another continent?
And maybe the food you gave me, I wasn't satisfied. That is why I couldn't come to your farm.
Maybe the
Well,
food was no good.
Yeah,
I think what you said is a very serious question.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think the first step as a people we need to do is we have been divided on purpose.
Hmm.
If we were not divided, we'll be the most powerful people because
Hmm.
we have the most of the best of natural resources
Hmm.
than any other continent in the world.
Hmm.
And then our brothers and sisters have been the main energy to build the biggest civilization today in the world, the US. Our people built it. The
Hmm.
Africans built it.
Hmm.
So if we were allowed to trust each other, we would be a very powerful people. So
Yes.
there's been a scheme to always see that we are separated. If you are in Ghana, you are made to believe that the African American is a very lazy person. He
Hmm.
don't want to get a job. He
Hmm.
just sit home all day. He has nothing. But it's a lie. We
Hmm.
have the people who has the eighth biggest economy in the
Hmm.
world.
Hmm.
We have a group of people who are the most educated black people on earth today. So how dare you call them lazy and violent? And it's all a program. It's propaganda. In the
Hmm.
same spirit, when you are there, you are in America. The story is that Africans, even Africans on the mother continent, they don't even like to take their shower.
Hmm.
And I asked, do I look like somebody who has not taken a shower?
Well, let me see.
It's a serious thing. So
Yes. No, I
it's a
understand.
propaganda that has bedeviled us for more than 500 years.
Yeah.
More than 400 years, we've been made to go through this pain.
Mm.
So
Yes.
unless we are able to get above that, we'll not go anywhere. Now, let me
And I
answer the
think
question.
this whole thing
Now,
needs to start from the classroom to
if
educate the kids.
let me just go.
I have someone on the line. Let me try and attend to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, good evening. Please your name and where you're calling from. Yeah, yeah, hello.
So we can't hear them, DJ. There we go.
Let's continue.
So
I don't know whether
so
it's a child or
what I was trying to say is that we need to be able to trust each other as
Yes.
Africans home and Africans abroad. The Chinese diaspora trust the Chinese home. The Irish diaspora trust the Irish home. The Indian trust the Indian home.
Hmm.
So we have to be able to build that trust.
Hmm.
Now, this is an organization, the Obokese University of Excellence, with a very renowned group of people leading. We have
Hmm.
His Excellency Ambassador Sidney Corley, the ambassador for Bahamas to the US as the board chairman.
Hmm.
His vice is Ambassador Arikana Chiomorikwao, a renowned medical doctor, medical practitioner, diplomat, a mother, a business person. with an unblemished record as the
Hmm.
first vice chairperson. We have
Okay.
Dr. George Fraser, a renowned leader for the African American community, and he has been hosting the Power Networking Conference in the US for the past 19 years. Forbes magazine describes Power Networking Conference as one of the 5 business meetings or conferences that you can miss in the US. So if these renowned people are put together and then a king donates a land, a king who is a professor, who is a member of the Ghana the National Development Planning Commission, who has been a king for 20 years. We have people like Rabbi Cohen being with this. So if you think a group of people like this will meet to plan to come together to
Hmm.
try to get $300 from you, then you are not a serious person.
Right.
So it's a very serious business. We are keen to change the story of this continent. We are keen to change the narrative of our people, and then there will be no room for people who will downplay us and fall for the propaganda that has bedeviled us and keep us in this state for 400 years plus. So,
Agreed.
Linda, that's the
We
issue.
have come. We have come to the end of our hour. We want to invite you back as we continue to discuss the great growth of Cape Coast. I want to thank you for joining us. If you want more information on the Wakanda project and the university, please email us at sowemedia@gmail.com. We will have you back, so there will be more opportunity to discuss. I know that we have some comments on Facebook. We'll address those. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come to Culturally Lit Africa. All
Thank you,
right.
Elida. It's a pleasure. My greetings to all the family in Mount Vernon, New York. Send my love to them. I love you guys. Thank you.
We love you. Thank you.
DJ Saki,
Bye
thank
bye now.
you. Thank you, listeners. Let's do
Yes.
this again.
1 hour is
Yes.
not enough for 9 hours. Too small.
Okay. Yes. Too small.
Yeah.